All right, guys. What is up? I am trying to pull up the chat right now on my phone. I unfortunately do not have two monitors, so can't do that. All right, here we are. All right, and I am in the chat room right now. We have 5 viewers. So first of all, tell me what you guys think of the overlay. I think it's all right. I have been working on an overlay for a while. Okay, I see that the Twitch chat is working on the overlay, so um, I'm very happy that that is working. I'm gonna take a while for you guys to just trickle in. I see Josh is the first one in the chat. Um, yeah, I'm gonna take a little while until you guys get in here. And I will play. We have 6 clips to review. Yeah, so how's everyone doing? What do you guys think of the overlay? It's not done. You guys could probably see like some of the stuff still has like generic things. I just slapped this one together as quick as possible. I have others in the works. I have 2 custom ones and another pre-made one. So yeah, tell me how the volume is. If you guys could tell me how the volume is, that'd be a big help. Cause I don't know if I'm talking too loud, if you guys can't hear me. Rich the Kid in here. Rich the Kid in here. Melee. This is not Melee. Hate to break it to you. Best Marthna. Volume good. All right, thanks, Evan. All right, how many people do we have in here? We have 10 people. Jubintaha says you're good. Okay, so yeah, I think we're just gonna get started. Mr. Optimal. All right. So here's our first clip. Goncher slow plays queens in the small blind, knocks out Jack. Guys, let me know if you can hear the clip as well. Should be able to hear the clip. So,
see what Evan does.
so we're trying to work on the delay. So before I start this, I realize here I'm like basically stuttering in this part of the clip, and Josh, you gotta. You're stressing me out a little bit, but I gotta remain composed when I'm commentating. So, yeah. So that the table runs on a delay,
All
right, good. And we are talking about what you guys are what you guys are seeing. All right. So first of all, we're gonna start off with Goncher calling here in the small blind. So Goncher calling here in the small blind. I definitely like the play. So the blinds are. They should be. Does this say at the beginning of the clip? There's 4K in the pot, so it should be. So,
see what Evan does.
so we're trying to work on the delay. Okay, so it's 800, 1600. So that the table runs on a delay. And then we'll see how many blinds do they have. So Goncher has just a smudge under 10 blinds. He's a smudge under 10 blinds. Actually, he has 10 blinds. And Jack is saying there with about 8. Yeah, with about 8. That was a play of the tourney. Yeah, it was a pretty sick play. So they're playing 8 blinds effective. Goncher limping here is a really good play because turn off VOD audio. What do you mean turn off VOD audio? You mean the clip audio? Jack. All right. When you play the clip, mute it. Okay. Does everyone want the clip muted? Because I could just mute the clip. If you guys want if you guys want the clip muted, I could mute the clip. If not, I'll just keep it going. I know Jack wants it muted, but anyone else want it muted? It's weird because you're talking. All right. I'll just mute it. You're right. All right. So, Gauntry here limping. Like I said, they're playing 8 blinds effective. I like this play because Jack can really like raise and jam light. Okay. Yeah. I muted it. All right. You guys are right. So Jack can really jam light here with 8 blinds because it folds to him. We're playing 6-handed, and you know when Gauntr limps, he can presume quite a bit that Gauntr isn't very strong and is likely just trying to see a flop. So when Gauntr does this with queens, you know, likely he'll do, if he's doing it with weaker hands as well, is really good and can really induce a shove at a jack, and you know, queens, third best hand in poker. So Jack just checks obviously with the queen 6 of diamonds. So the flop here is 10-4 jack, rainbow. So here, if I was Gauntr, I would probably opt for a check, and try to let Jack hang himself. He could bet, but he will get most of Jack's hands out of the hand, because Jack is, you know, pretty weak here because he just checks back to the big blind after a small blind limps. So he has a very wide range of hands, but he doesn't really have many nutted hands. You know, he's likely jamming ace-x. He's likely jamming most king-x. So he doesn't really need to worry about an ace or a king here. So I like the check better than the bet. He can induce a lot of bluffs. Jack may think that a min bet here can take it down. So we'll see that Gauntr here checks and does induce the bet out of Jack. Jack bets 3K here. So his bet here is pretty good. I remember Jack told me in his interview after he got knocked out that he wasn't really looking to take queen high to showdown because he really doesn't think he could win it. I do agree. He said also that he has a decent amount of good cards, and I agree with that too. An 8's a good card, a 9's a good card, a king's a good card, a queen's obviously a good card, a 6 even. If a 6 comes, Gauntr's likely checking because he won't really have much of a reason to lead on a 6. So overlay is nice as fuck. Thank you, Josh. So when the 6 comes, he won't necessarily have a reason to lead. So Jack betting here with a 6 peeling, or maybe even a 9 peeling, he could check and see a free river card. You know, maybe even Gauntr checks the river and he could take that to showdown. So Jack's bet here is pretty good. He could go for 2K. I mean, that's kind of splitting hairs at that point. But yeah, so he does opt for the bet here. Gauntr gonna think here, and he makes a call. I wonder if he's thinking of raising here. Yeah, I wonder if he's thinking of raising here. If he is, he really shouldn't, because he gets almost all of Jack's airball bluffs out. And a smooth call here really, like, Jack still can't put Gauntr on anything. He can't put him on a pair. You know, he might still have king high. He may have like 8-7. He could have, you know, a suited hand with a backdoor flush draw that may also have a backdoor straight. So, you know, he could be floating here, even though they're kind of shallow. So I do like Gauntr's flag call here. And gonna go to the turn. And the turn is 8 of diamonds, giving both players a gutter. So Gauntr here should check, and he does check. Because, once again, he's not afraid of anything here. If Jack has 9-7, so be it, really. Jack is still going to have some bluffs here. Jack may have a 10. may have a weak jack, could even have an 8. And when he has the weak jack or maybe a semi-strong 10, jack may put it in here because the SPR is effectively 1. Jack has 9k, pot's 11k, so it's a little less than 1. So really there's only one bet size here. Gantra checks, jack thinks about it for a little bit, and then puts in the bounty chip. Gantra obviously snap calling here with queens. We got to get this reaction out of jack.
Oh my
You got to
God.
be fucking
Jack
kidding me.
is
Is right. You got to be fucking kidding me is right. Gantra pulls off a sick trap here. Excellent slow play. Works really well for him. Jack
Jack
dead
is
to a
not happy.
chop. He needs a 9.
and only a 9.
Like I said, in 9 and only a 9. Ace of diamonds peels, and Jack is busto in 6th. Now we're gonna go to a very interesting hand. Guys, tell me, what did you think of the first review? Is there anything you want me to say? Am I like stuttering? Am I not clear enough? Jack Cal's DH dead. Yes, he was. He was pretty pissed off, and I don't blame him. You never like to be trapped. Cheese. So yeah, tell me maybe a little quicker. Okay, all right. I'll try to go a little quicker. So here we have a hand. We're 5-handed here. 5-handed here. So folding. So here we have Bashal under the gun. No, sorry. Yes, Bashal under the gun. And he folds Gantra raising ace jack to 7.5k at what is the, I wonder what the big blind is. So I think it's 1k 2k. Yes, it's 1k 2k. So he opens to 3.75x, which is really big. I mean, if he's opening like this size, I think I just go for a jam, because really, like, I think you have the same exact full equity if you make it 4k. If you make it 7.5k and you're not really looking to call a jam, you're basically burning 3.5k. So yeah, Gantra's sizing should be a little smaller here. Jody with the flat call on the small blind, that's also a bit of a questionable call. If she had the read that Evan is tying the big blind, I guess maybe you can make the play, and you kind of have to commit on a king high or 10 high board against Gantra, because you're really putting in a lot of money, and SPR is going to be around 1.5 stack to power ratio. Any of you guys don't know, so I said it last hand, but when Evan folds here, there's 19k in the pot, and then Gantra has the smallest stack, so Gantra is the effective stack, even though Jody has more. So they're playing 29.5k effective, and you go stack over pot, so it's effectively 30k over 20k, which is 1.5, and that just determines a lot of times if you're getting it in, what your bet size is. So a lot of post-flop dynamic. So Evan here thinking about it, and he tells me, I'll let him make his action. So he's thinking here, really thinking about it. I'm pretty sure he knows his chip stack here. You see him have the chuckle there, and I've seen Evan do this before. The chuckle usually means he's folding a strong hand. We at the stream were like, I think this hand was misread. There's no way he folded 10s, right? He has 20.4k. He's a short stack. So he has 10k. Couple drop frames, but still stable. Yeah, my computer is not that strong, so I imagine there are a few drop frames. So yeah, Evan here with 10 big blinds. What's your calling range in nuclear MP's position? I don't think I have a calling range. I think it's push fold, because you're basically committing a quarter of your stack. And actually, I think you can have a certain call range. I think it would be some. I think it would be some like king highs, like maybe king 9, king 10, king jack, that you hands that are really strong, that you can't, strong to the point that you can't jam them. But Xanthium is now following. Thanks for the follow, Xanthium. Sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong. I mean jamming range. You can exploitative call here only. You can go with a stop and go, especially that he's in the big blind, so he had to pay an ante. You can go for a stop and go here, and effectively, if you do opt for a stop and go, and you call, and you hit, you just have to dunk rip it. So Josh asked for the jamming range instead of the calling range. So calling range, you would have like maybe king jack, maybe queen jack, hands like that, hands that are too strong to fold but too weak to jam. Jamming range, I would probably shove like sixes plus, ace 9 suited plus, actually maybe ace 10 suited plus. I'd say that's the border right there. Ace jack off plus. I'd shove king queen suited. I'd probably opt for a stop and go on queen jack suited and queen jack off. So I think that's my jamming range there. And then, like I said, I would have a few hands in my stop and go range because of the big blind ante. You're paying so much, and even though the price isn't that fair, when you call, your jam isn't that big. So when you hit, you are likely to get called by a lot of weaker hands. So you can opt for that. I would probably call with all Broadway hands and pairs and jam weaker to squeeze. Interesting. Yeah, so I think with pairs, I would just jam them. They don't really have much post-flop playability. That's why I would opt to jam them. The Broadways, I would agree to maybe call. So Evan does fold, and Gunter and Jody go to a flop here, which is 339. Basically, boards like this, the first aggressor is gonna pretty much take it down. So Jody checks, and Gunter's reaching for chips here. I think it's smart for him to c-bet here because this doesn't really hit Jody's range in the small blind. Jody's gonna have a lot of broadways. She may have pocket pairs, and she does indeed fold. So, like I said, she has a lot of broadways here, and maybe some pocket pairs. The 9, I guess, could be worrisome, but I think a c-bet here is much better because this doesn't really hit her range too much. It's gonna hit Gancher's range because he's gonna have the stronger pocket pairs. He's gonna have the better ace highs, so I like his bet. With the call by the small blind, it's pretty favorable in a lot of spots. I would probably call with all Broadway hands. Okay, sorry, by pairs I mean tens plus and then jam weaker pairs. Cam says definitely jam tens plus. I don't think a call makes any sense with tens plus. So I would probably just fold like deuces through fives, and I would just jam sixes plus. Because I don't really like the call with pairs here because you don't have much playability here. Like say Evan called here with sevens, what is he gonna do? He can't really donk jam. He can obviously donk jam. That's the point of stop and go, but he's not really too comfortable. Goncher may have stronger pairs. Jody is effectively dead money on this board because she doesn't really hit this board too often. So yeah, I think it's just better to jam it in there because you don't really you are negating your ability to realize here, and you're short, so you don't always have an ability to realize your equity. But I think you just have to maximize fold equity in this case, just to jam. If you're in Evan's spot with sixes plus, and if you get called, you're likely flipping. If they have a bigger pair, so be it. You're short. You are gonna need to win a flip or be behind if you want to win the tournament at this point, because stacks are rather shallow. And yeah, so Evan told me in the interview once he got knocked out, his reason for folding tens, he regretted it, but he said that he felt as though Gancha was strong, and I guess maybe, but he is in the cutoff. I don't really think position matters all that much. In this case, you're really like sticking to, well, obviously position matters, but in this specific case, I don't really think you can take that much into account. And I told Evan, like, even if you think Gancha's raising a strong range, like, he's still got to put in tens, there's dead money from Jody. That's 7.5K. If you take it down, that's 19K to your stack, that puts him at what, like 39K. So he will have just about as much as Jody, and he's up at the top if they just fold, which I wonder if Gancha would call or fold this. I think based on a hand later and heads up, I think he would end up folding. So here we are still five-handed, and Bishal here under the gun folding, and I think it's Corcoran who jams. Yes, Corcoran ace-7 on the button, 2.4K big blind, I believe. Yes, 2.4K big blind. So he has 4 and change, like around 4.5 big blinds. So ace-7 is an easy shove here. On the button. Yeah, so pretty. This is a really good hand to pick up on the button this short. So he does make the jam, and it goes to Jody here in the small blind, who looks at King 8 suited, and she has about 50K here. I forget how much Evan has. But I think he has about 18K here. He may have less. I wonder if... Okay, so... Good. This is what I was looking for. So Evan has 19.6K here. And I think Jody is mainly... I wonder if she's more afraid of Evan behind her, or whether or not King 8 suited is a call here to a button jam. But if she does make the call here, or if she does, I would reshove here, but if she makes a call here, Evan's overshove would be 8K more, and there would already be I believe 27K in the middle. So she would be getting about 4.5 to 1. And I think that's a pretty easy call. So I would just overshove if I was in Jody's position here, because King 8 suited is a very strong hand. Even though it's a 4-gapper, it's still a very strong hand. It's still a very good equity hand. I like opening suited kings. In tournaments, they actually play very well. Obviously not as strong as suited aces, but they are very strong. King 8 suited, King 7 suited are better hands to open than hands like Queen 10 off, because you realize your equity better. But in this case, I would definitely reshove here if I was Jody. I wonder what she was worried about. I want to see. She doesn't take a glance at Evan's stack, so my guess is she wasn't even worrying about Evan's stack. I think she just thought it wasn't a strong enough hand to call. But this would definitely be... If she were to call, what do you think Evan would overjam with? I think Evan would overjam with probably 9s, maybe 10s plus. I think that's what he should be doing. I think tens or jacks plus actually. And then I think Evan's gonna stick with like jacks plus. You have to kind of be tight here because Jody, like I said, is getting 4.5 to 1. So you really want to put in a hand here that you are looking to triple up here, or at least looking to beat Jody. You can't really do it too light, so him being tight is all right. Money Bubble is final 3, by the way. Yeah, so that definitely does play into this. So I think Evan is over jamming really tight, and I think that's even more of an incentive for Jody to either call or jam here. I would jam because he's effectively unable to make any plays behind, unless he has like queens plus jacks plus queens plus something like that, ace king, maybe ace queen off, definitely ace queen suited, and then ace king. So that's a very tight range. 5-handed, you don't really expect that. So Jody definitely has to make the jam here. Evan can't really make much of a play, and in this case, she would be very close to flipping against Matt, and it would be a pretty good spot for her to bolster her chip lead because she did have the chip lead at this point. Yeah, she had a pretty decent chip lead, but this did help Matt pick up chips. 4-bit Johnny Chan with rags. Dominic Rocchio, thank you for the follow. So now we're going to go to our fourth clip. Corcoran folds ducks with small blind shove with 3 big blinds behind. So here, it folded to Goncher, who makes the jam with Jack 10 off for... It says 3 big blinds behind. I don't remember if that was the correct count, but let's just assume that it was 3 big blinds behind. So being in the big blind and big blind ante tournament, you have 2 big blinds in the middle whenever you're the big blind because the ante. So he is playing 5 big blinds here. And he really has to he really can't fold too tight here. Like, this is very close to an ante 2 spot because almost half of his stack is in the middle. Deuces, as much as it sucks, he is slightly ahead, even though the equities show that Goncher's ahead. I think it's playing dead cards in effect. So Corcoran just has to call with the deuces here. He thinks about it for a while. I'm pretty sure he didn't want to flip for his tournament life, but with him this short, if he wants to win the tournament, if he wants to make the money, he has to make this call. This fold is basically just ruining his chances because he's going to have 3 big blinds. Next hand, he's going to have half a big blind in the middle and 2.5 big blinds in a stack. So he really has to make this call here. You're flipping a lot because Goncher's pretty much shoving any 2 here. If they have a pocket pair, it's an 80-20. You're not dead. You still win 1 in 5 times. So you really got to make the call here. He does really think about it for quite a while. I think I say in the commentary that he has to make the call here. Jack asked me, what am I doing here? Josh and I are talking about, the equities. We concur that it is because of dead cards, most likely. Cam, what a nice guy, railing his boy Evan. Shout out to Cam in the chat. Shout out to Evan in the chat. Zila making an appearance quickly. Cat loads 6. If he's folding 10s in his range, it's probably jacks plus. Yeah, pretty much. I wonder if Zila's in the chat. I hope he's in the chat. We have 12 viewers. I think we had 16 earlier. Thanks everyone for showing up. Thanks for all the follows so far. Matt he yells at the end, was it a good fold? So yeah, we're gonna go to our 5th clip here. I think Evan is eliminated at this point, and it folds. Yeah, I believe so. So it folds to Goncher and the button. I think Matt. I forgot what happened, but Matt chipped up quite a bit to 32K. It is 1503K at this point. 17 viewers, yeah. So we're playing 1503K 3K at this point, and Goncher making the race to 8K. Once again, he's making it too big. When the stacks are this shallow, he has to be making it 2, sometimes 2.1x. You basically have the same fold equity. If you get shoved on and you plan on folding, you're losing less. We had 20 at one point. Yeah, that's nice. We're hoping to average 75 viewers at some point so that we can get the partnership sometime in the near future. So here, Goncher should be making it 6K. And Corcoran in the small blind with jacks, 10 blinds, low under, 11 blinds. He's definitely just jamming here. He can't 3-bet here. The min 3-bet would be 13K. He's never making it like 16K to induce. You're just jamming here. Because when he jams, Goncher has to call 24. He has to call 24 to win about 48. So he's getting 2 to 1. So he only needs 33% equity. And I think the jam is just overall better here. So Corcoran does indeed jam here. There isn't much to talk about in this hand. He does go with the jam. Jody folding A3. Goncher here. I do think that this is a light call by him. He does end up making the ace-10 call here. I do think that this is a light call because if Matt has a better ace here, there's 75-25. And like I said, Goncher is calling 25. He's calling 25K. Actually, he's getting about the right odds. Calling 25K to win 73K. Yeah, so he is getting about the right odds to call here. I think stack wise, I'd probably make the fold here because Goncher has a healthy stack. Bichon, I think, chipped down. Jody chipped down at this point. So they're all around even. So there's really a lot of ICM consideration, especially that they're on the bubble. Goncher can't really go too light here. As a calling range, I'd probably go like ace jack suited. Ace queen off plus. Not sure if 9s or 10s plus here. I think I go 10s plus here. King queen suited, maybe king queen suited. But really Goncher has to be tight here, even though he's getting about the right odds to call. I would have made the fold here, and luckily for Goncher, he does flop the ace right on the flop. Corcoran's jacks weren't dead, but unfortunately for Corcoran, it doesn't come, and he is our bubble boy. Corcoran played it right. The deuces fold pretty much worked out for him. But Goncher got lucky. They're spiking the ace, winning the 30-70. And this is going to be our last clip here. This is a big hand right on the right as we got to three-handed. So Goncher had 92K at this point. No justice indeed, Cam. You know about no justice. You know exactly about no justice. So Jody making the raise here at 1500 3K. So they are playing 31K effective. So 10 big blinds. I would have opted for a limp. You're shorter here. I think I said in the commentary that a few years ago, a limp would just be terrible. You just get bashed for it. But smaller stack poker has changed. Limps are much better, especially if you're balancing properly. 6-4 suited and an unreal hand. Josh, I agree. I know you love those hands. You know, it's even a more unreal hand. 6-3 of spades. So Bishal making the call here. Bishal getting 4-1 here, so he only needs 20% equity. I think if he has 2 unders to a pocket pair, I think he's still getting the right odds. Schwartzberg beating me to it. The 6-3 suited. So it's definitely a call here. So here we have the flop, and we have an unreal flop. Unreal flop. This is almost a scripted flop. So Bishal flops the flush draw and an open ender. Jody also flops an open ender. Jody needs a 6 or a jack. Bishal needs an 8 or a 3 to make a straight. So they both have a 1 card block to each other's straights. None of the straight possibilities give one person a lower straight. So this is a really, really sick flop. Jody's currently winning with 9 high, but actually has less equity than Bishal because of the flush. Sickville population 1, as Josh says in the chat. So this is really going to be fireworks here. If I was Jody, I would likely be betting. I don't even think I'd be betting here. I think I would check jam here if I was Jody, because the big blind has a lot of low cards here. So they are hitting the 5 or the 7 often. 10 not too much. They're gonna hit like suited 10s. So I think I'm gonna go with the check jam here. And if Bishal checks back, you have 9 high, you get to see a free card. You know, it's not that big of a deal if he checks back. And then when he bets, you just jam. You have maximum fold equity. You could probably get him off a 5. I don't know if you can get him off a 7. He would really have to put you on a 10, or yeah, I don't know. So I don't think Bishal really folds much here besides a 5. So on Jody here, Jody looking at her 9-8. Yes, you do have an open under. And let's see what she does. She goes with the all-in, actually, which is all right. I think it's good too, because you are maximizing your fold equity. You're taking it down here. I suggested a check raise here because you can get him to bet and still maybe fold. 7 cards straight with their cards on the board. Yeah, the good old Zach Shear extra long special. Jared Feldman knows about that one. Observations featuring Jubin. You could definitely go with the jam here. I wonder. I don't think he might fold a 7. He would have to be folding a weak 7, maybe like 7-4, 7-6 maybe. I don't know. I don't know if he folds like 7-8. But yeah, she goes with the jam here. Check raise could have been more plus EV here, because there is a chance that he bet folds. But she's pretty happy to just get it all in here with an open ender. Unfortunately for her, Bishal not only also has an open ender but a flush draw, so she is looking to fade cards here. So Bishal with the snap jam, great play. Miko, you ordered the cards wrong. The 6-4 should be on the right. So here with the 4, Bashal has a pair now, and Jody is looking for a better pair or a straight. And she can't hit a club either, which sucks for her. It takes a decent amount of her outs away. And the river is a 5, and Bashal takes it down with a pair of 4s. Very, very sick hand there. Jody taking third there. Yeah, it was, setup flop. 50-50. Bashal running pure and taking it down, and ended up taking down the tournament. Congrats to him. So that wraps it up. If you guys want to talk about anything, if you want me to pull up another clip, let me know. The stream has been going for about 45 minutes, I think, which is around what I wanted it to go. Bonus clip time. I don't think we have bonus clips. We can open this one.
Here's our number 2 champion for the intro. I'll get up.
Number two.
How we doing?
Goncher, when you started today, what did you think? Did you think you'd end up heads up, or even on the stream table? Did you think you'd end up in the stream table?
Definitely did not think I'd be heads up. It was my dream to be streamed live and for people to see how my mind processes. But you can't complain with the second place finish. I had my chances where it could have happened. I hit my spots. The cars just fall a certain way sometimes, and that's all you can do.
Yeah, thank you, Goncher. Thank you for second place.
No problem.
Cool, 30 cash. We're gonna try to get our finisher here.
My fucking back's killing me.
Don't forget.
No curses on the feed. No curses on the feed.
Free the political prisoner, Bobby Shmurda. That's all I have to say.
So I had to pull up that one because he went with the Bobby Shmurda. So which clip do you want me to pull up? We do not that one. Go to a different one. GG. 18 viewers in here. Oh, which clip did you guys want me to pull up? Because we had the 6 clips here ready for here. Goncher holds. Okay. Goncher holds for the double. Okay, so I'll pull up this one. Maybe my 9-9. I think we have it somewhere. So it's on Bashal here.
This is extreme. Bashal.
So. Okay, so Bashal here has 131k, meaning that Goncher has 29k since there's 160k in play. 2k, 4k, so they are playing 7.5 big blinds effective. Jack 4 suited, I do believe, is a shove. So I like the shove by Bashal.
Bashal is all in.
Bashal goes all in. Goncher smiling to us because earlier he folded queen 10 on a spot that we didn't think he should have. He actually had him crushed. Smiles to us. Goncher with another decision here.
Tough decision for Goncher.
And Goncher does make the call correctly. This is definitely a call. He does have him crushed. Check the heads up push fold calculator. Yeah, we'll look at that. So HUNE. Oh my god, HUNE. So here we have Jack 4 suited is a 13.5 big blind jam. It was a 7.5 big blind effective jam, and then we're gonna look at the caller. So we have Jack 9 off, 9.5. So both of them making EV wise the plus EV decisions. Jack 9 here obviously holding. I wonder if we have clips of my channel. I wonder if we have the. No, we do not have it. Sorry, Kim, we don't have the nines. I think we'll clip that one in the future because that was definitely a hand that we want to review. It was a very interesting hand. Yeah. So I think that will be it. Thank you guys for coming. 16 viewers, few followers. Did the you guys tell me, did the new follower portion in the bottom of the overlay work? I want to know if that worked. Let's see. What about when I called Cork and it was a chop? I don't think we have that clip. We'll do. All right, Mr. Optimal KO'd on the river. It worked. Yes, new follower did work. Good, good. All right. I'm actually very proud of myself for setting that one up. Here we're playing six-handed. Go over this clip. So everyone's pretty short here. 600, 1200. Gantra less than 10 big blinds. Evan less than 10 big blinds. I have less than 10 big blinds. I looked down at ace 2 here, and I don't really know if this is a jam. I'm in the cutoff. Corcoran's in the big blind with a big stack, so that's primarily why I shied away from it. Cam was short here. Joe obviously playing tight as Joe plays, so not really worried about Joe. What's my range here? It's a good question. Unsuited aces are probably like ace 8 plus, maybe ace 9 plus. I don't know if I shove ace deuce suited plus here. I'm definitely shoving ace 5 suited plus here. I think ace 4 suited. I'm probably going to go with ace 4 suited plus. And that's probably going to be tighter with what I quote unquote should be shoving here, because Corcoran is the big stack at the table and he is a call happy player when it comes to shoves. So I do think I'm shoving like ace 4 suited plus here, ace 5 suited plus maybe, ace 8, ace 9 off. I'm going like king 10 off plus. I have 8 big blinds, so probably king 10 off plus. King 8 suited plus probably. Queen jack off plus. Queen 10 suited plus. And then I think I'm shoving like 6s plus here. Once again, I'm not going to shove the lower pocket pairs, even though I probably should, because Corcoran is calling very wide here. So I make the fold. I like my fold here. I do like that I make the fold here. Cam here has about 4.5 big blinds, so he does make the jam. I think he has the unreadable ace of diamonds, and then Corcoran makes the call with ace 4. Yeah, he does have the ace of diamonds. It does get red. So Corcoran called there. He's getting 3-1. So I do like the call there against the short stack. And they're pretty much chopping here almost every single time because they have low cards. It's very rare that ace 5 high is going to win. The only time they pretty much are not going to chop is if it goes 2-3 and then 3 overcards, or if one of them hits a pair. So as we see here on the flop, not my cleanest. So 8-10 deuce, and I make the comment, fuck, I should have made the jam here because I would have won. 7 of clubs, the 2 of diamonds is in red. 7 of clubs here on the turn, so they're pretty much chopping every single time here, unless a 3, 4, or 5 come, and unfortunately for Cam, the 4 comes, and he's pissed off knowingly, understandably I should say. Let's pull up GroupMe quickly. We have a wonderful clip here. I should have opened up this clip earlier. Evan posted a great clip. So let's open this up.
If he's suited, he probably
Cam
would
is
put it
all
in.
in. We don't know what he has.
Cam's all in, 5 blinds.
Cam's all in, 5 blinds.
Ooh, Cam gonna have a bunch of different hands here, and Corcoran
Corcoran
obviously has to call here.
Cam has ace 5.
Wow,
versus
ace 4.
Wait,
So ace 4 versus ace 5. Chance of chopping. That's why it's that was the percentage.
exactly.
Yeah, like.
Sorry for the ear rape. Very, very funny clip. Who's Yoda in the second chat? I actually don't know. I don't know what you're talking about, Josh. What do you mean? Yeah, sorry for the ear rape coming up. R.I.P. Cam. His friends are clowning him. All the man wants to do is win a tournament. Feels bad, man, indeed. All he wants to do is win a tournament. Yeah. So, group me. Quality meme, I agree. Who's Yoda in the second chat? Gindy, that's you. That's you. That's our e-board chat. I don't know if you're joking or what. But I remember I made it like when our e-board first was made, because you messaged me with your normal irregular syntax and you made like a Yoda sentence. Whoever looks like an you sent me like a Yoda message and I was like, this kid is Yoda Gindy. So I made the profile pic. Yeah. Any other clips you guys want me to show? Anything you want me to talk about? Anything you want me to go back on? 12 viewers in the chat. If you guys just send me a thumbs up or just send good stream. Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to end the stream here. Guys, thank you so much for watching the stream. Thank you for the followers. We are working to our 50 follower goal. I wonder if we got there. We are currently at 49 followers, so we are one follower away. We need one more follower to reach the affiliate follower mark. This is our third unique day of streaming, so we need 4 more. Baby Eric says, nice stream. Thank you, Eric. We're definitely going to be going over making the stream better. So we need 4 more unique days. I think we're going to need probably an hour more of streaming. And then we are going to be eligible for an affiliate. We're going to have a subscriber button. We're going to be able to accept donations. I think we're going to be able to accept bits as well. All the donations and revenue made will be sent directly to the club. We are not making money off of this as an e-board. This is just going to the club. So everyone get your Twitch Primes ready. Get your cheers ready. And yeah, we are looking to be affiliates soon. So once again, thank you guys for the support. Thanks for the comments, being interactive. You know, we want to have an interactive stream, small stream, you know, just the guys we know. We are hoping to stream Wednesday, our meeting. So keep an eye out for the Google form. We talked about whether or not people signing up for the meeting stream table and the tourney stream table will be different, and it will be different because if it isn't different, people are basically de-incentivized to sign up for the meetings and just try to hit the tourney draw. So yeah, we will almost certainly be streaming our meeting, one table of our meeting on Wednesday. So that will be another stream. We will try to get another stream out tomorrow. We're not sure yet. Maybe more clips, maybe something online, just so that we get the unique days of streaming. So yeah, that's gonna wrap it up for us. About an hour streaming, pretty good. So once again, thank you guys, and see you later.